Beyond the Arch team is back together, and we're welcoming some champions to the show. The Season 4 premiere of Beyond the Arch starts right now. Our guests tonight are members and captains of the first ever Atlantic East Women's Soccer Championship team. One of our guests is a senior goalkeeper from Coopersburg, Pennsylvania. She sits at second place in Marywood's record book for all-time goalie games played and goalie minutes played. She is also tied for third in games started and tied for seventh in games played. Our other guest is a sophomore defender from LaGrangeville, New York. She played and started in 19 games and helped the team to 5 clean sheets. Before I sit down with them, I go one-on-one with Aly Moyer and Molly Sobolewski next.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
They said I have troll.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the eye.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Today, we're at the turf field, where I'm going one-on-one with 2 of Marywood's finest women's soccer players. It's a spring semester, you know what that means. BTA is back, baby.
So we're going to start off like one of the most basic parts of soccer is passing. So we're going to start with like a little triangle passing drill where one of us will pass you the ball and you'll turn and pass it to the other, and then they'll pass it back to you, and we'll just keep going in that like V shape.
Okay.
So Molly's going to pass me the ball. Or like trap it with my foot and then turn and pass it to you. You're going to stop it and then pass it back to me. Like it's
back to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the inside of my foot to go around this way. And then I'm going to use the outside of my foot.
Oh, okay.
That's your dominant.
It is, yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, ooh, okay. Yeah, okay.
There, that's good.
Wow, okay, if you say so. Oh! All right, and I touched.
Sit up to right there.
Slow and steady wins the race.
We can always speed it up. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right.
There you go. Good.
No.
Oh, that's okay.
We almost made it. Okay.
Woo! Nice job.
Olympic team, here I come.
Okay, so like you're gonna pass the ball to Molly.
Okay.
So you're running onto your shot, so it'll look like this.
Go! Ooh. Ooh. Oh! Oh! Ah! Yes! Thank you though very much. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook. And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
Welcome back to the Season 4 premiere of Beyond the Arch. I am pleased to be joined by Aly Moyer and Molly Sobolewski. Aly, Molly, thank you very much for being here with me this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Well, we're thrilled to have you here. Last semester, we tried to, have somebody from women's soccer on because obviously championship season, so we wanted to feature you guys. We just unfortunately ran out of episodes, so we made it top priority to get you guys on the premiere. So, we're going to get into all that later, all the athletic stuff. But first of all, we want to find out a little bit about you guys as people. So the first question we always ask here at Beyond the Arch, our viewers know, how did you find your way to Marywood? So whoever wants to go first, take it away.
Yeah, I'll go first. I kind of found my way here. Coach kind of recruited me, sent me an email, and I made my way here for an overnight, and I really liked it here. I just thought it was the perfect place for me athletically, academically, and it's not too far away. I live in New York, so it's only about 2 hours away from here, and it's an easy drive, and it felt like the perfect place for me when I stepped on campus. So.
And Aly?
Yeah, I had a similar path as Molly did. I got an email from Coach after being recruited and came on campus and kind of fell in love at first. I'm stepping on campus. It was the perfect mix of academics and athletics for me.
I think a lot of people say that, I've noticed it more and more lately too, and I guess I noticed it because I say it. It just feels like it's the right fit when you come here. So what do you think that, what do you attribute that to? Just the idea of the fit?
I think it's the small, close-knit community, being a part of a soccer team, but also just the campus itself is small and everyone walking around campus, and people come to games and then they congratulate you the next day on at class, and that's nice.
Same here. Like my high school, it was around 4,000 kids, which is kind of like the size of the school. And like I just like knowing everybody, like in my like a lot of people in my high school, but also not knowing everybody. Like you have a good mix of like you know people, but like there's also people you don't really know. But like I just love the feel of like how everybody was pretty much knew of people, but like didn't really know much. But you know there was still that personable factor.
I mean, I graduated with like 100 kids in my class in high school.
Oh, really?
So
That's small.
Yeah, we were like, I mean, this area, there's a lot of schools like that are a little bit smaller. So like, it's 4,000 kids would be, like I couldn't imagine, that'd be a lot. But,
Yeah,
I mean,
I graduated with like 800.
Wow.
So.
Must have been a long graduation.
It was.
No, man, we were in and out of there in about an hour or a couple hours. It was nice and quick, you know, 13 years of your life and then an hour graduation. And then that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the next question we like to talk about is how do you balance your life? I always go into this with the athletes because I think it's really interesting because, I mean, I know how you hear from college students all the time about how busy they are just in general. So how do you make it work with having to be an athlete but also a student?
I think I'm more balanced during soccer season because I have to schedule my time. Like, I have practice at this time, so I have to do my homework before. And now that I'm out of season, I'm like, oh, I could lay on the couch an hour or so, and then I get a little bit more behind schedule. So I think soccer season really keeps me on track.
You're always just going to take a 5-minute break. And then,
it turns into 5 hours.
Yeah, it's not ever 5 minutes.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, soccer season kind of forces, at least me, to do my work ahead of time, like before practice, and like also saving time for myself and like stuff like that. But yeah, it just forces me to like really crack down on my work, focus on my studies as much as my athletic stuff like that.
Every athlete we have on here says that. Like every athlete says like it's just I'm more on top of things in season than I am out of season. So that's
kind of like the motivation. And you have like those long bus rides, and what else are you gonna do other than like pull open a textbook or study? So that kind of helps.
I need to join a sport. But anyway, so what is the most challenging aspect, though, do you think, of being a student athlete?
Like having no time to yourself, like always being, it's kind of a positive and a negative, like always being around the same people, but that's also a negative sometimes because we're girls and everyone gets on each other's nerves at times. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. That was.
Yeah.
No,
I feel the same. Like, you kind of like get into a routine and like it kind of gets mundane after a while, but like at the same time, like you kind of know like what to expect every day mostly, and like I don't know, I feel like it's just nice sometimes, but like at the same time, like I do really have to like force myself to like give time to myself, because like there are days when I'm like I really don't have a lot of time to myself, and like I get really agitated, but
I understand.
like
how do you discipline yourself to just kind of stay on that grind?
You set an alarm every morning to wake up at 7 a.m. And you just kind of do it. I don't know, but like winning helps. Like winning a championship, like, and she won her freshman. Oh wait, no, you weren't here. Sorry, I won my sophomore year, and like getting that taste of that feeling, and then like just kind of keeps continuing to want to do better and win again, because winning's fun.
This is an interesting question. Like, if you ever seen, they said this in Moneyball, I remember he said, like, he hates losing more than he likes winning, sort of. Like, do you think also, too, the idea of losing motivates you, or is it just winning, or what do you think?
Yeah, I hate losing. I'm like the kid, like, you play a board game, and, like, I'm not winning, and it's, like, on the ground, and it's done, so.
I know somebody like that.
Yeah, losing is not fun, so if that means working a little bit harder at practice, not to lose.
Yeah. I definitely feel
what we do.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way. Like no matter what, like I always like to come out practice like 100% all the time, because like in a game that's what you have to do. Like you just have to give it 100% all the time. And yes, if you lose, you lose. But like if you win, it just makes all that hard work pay off.
I think that's like a constant though amongst athletes, especially good ones, is that their competitive drive is just that much higher than everybody else's. Like I remember I've read like Derek Jeter's autobiography, and he talked about how like he wanted to win at everything he did in life. Like even like you were saying, like board games and stuff. Like it's like, you know what I mean? I mean, I think I'm a little competitive too. Like when I do stuff, so, like you want to win.
You want to win.
Yes, you do.
It's fun to win.
But it makes it fun when everybody wants to win. Because you know, like you achieve something.
That's what we give credit to our team, because we're like like all of us are probably those kids that would flip board games.
Yeah.
if
I
we
never
lost.
flipped the board, but I've, there might have been a few temper tantrums as
Oh,
a
yeah.
child or something.
Definitely.
But so you were talking before about giving it your all, about it, and this kind of ties into the idea of just being disciplined and stuff. Is it even in a loss? Does it help though to know that you just left it all on the field? Is that any comfort to you in a loss, or what do you think?
In the direct moment after a loss, no.
Yeah.
But when I've gone home and like decompressed a little bit, yeah. Like if I can look back and say like that goal I let in would not be something that even if I was 10 feet taller could have gotten. Yeah, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I feel the same. I think like in the moment, like if you lose, like in the moment you're upset, you're angry, you're sad, like you kind of just want to like go home and not talk to anybody. But when you, like me at least, I like always overthink, replay every moment, and like you look back on it and it's like I did the best I could. What happened, gotta just wake up the next day and just be better, work harder, so you don't have to feel that feeling like ever again.
Well, I totally understand that, and this is lots of good stuff here so far. So we're going to have much more with Aly and Molly right after this.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
They said I have trolled.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action. The I.
I am a witness. I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back to the show as my conversation with Aly and Molly continues. All right, guys, so we were just talking about your personal lives. I'm sure you're relieved to move on to soccer now.
Yeah.
We were just talking on the break. Most of the guests are. They like to talk about their sport more than themselves. So I think we're going to start here. Obviously, you guys are champions now. So then the first ever Atlantic East Conference champion. So that's got to be really exciting.
It is. It's fun. We were in the gym the other day, and the trophies, and it's fun to see Marywood University as the first name on the trophy, and just see all the space left for Marywood.
Is that
to
a shared
continue.
trophy?
It looks like it. It's has maybe 10 different nameplates.
It's kind of a cool little tradition.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to pass it.
We just gotta
through
fill all
schools.
10 slots.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we have it here. Hopefully we keep it here.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
But so take us through that whole, maybe just the playoff run, and and then let's just start there. Take us through the playoff run.
So I think we had a little bit of a rough end of the season. We had a couple injuries that really were plaguing us throughout the season, and after we won the first game, we're like, all right, and we were a lower seed, so the chance of us having a home championship game was pretty slim. And then when we won the semifinals and found out who else won the semifinals and knew we'd be playing at home, it was like, all right, this is our time to shine and do what we've been working hard for all season and what we run beep tests for and different fitness tests for, and just we lost at home last year, so we didn't want to do that again.
Right. So Molly, into that game, did you feel like that was your game to lose, sort of? Like that was like you were in the driver's seat going into it?
Going into the championship game, I felt really confident just because we had just won against Wesley and we had lost to Wesley in the regular season, and there was just so many emotions going into Wesley, and just ending off like winning was just it felt great. And I think going into the championship, I was like, you know what, this is our time. Like, we beat Immaculata once, we do it again. Like, just got to come out hard and show them who's boss.
And I guess you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you definitely did. Because the trophy's in the trophy case, so that proves it. Now, do you approach a playoff game any differently than a regular season game, or do you try to treat it? I mean, I know they say like they try to treat it the same, but obviously it's not the same. So how do you look at that?
I think as a team we have a couple of different like rituals that we say for playoffs, like a couple of different like pump up things we do in the locker room to save for playoffs. And I know like we were doing like secret like psychers all throughout the season, but then we really got like hyped that up during the playoffs and made sure like the person we were like hyping up for the game like felt ready for the game, and gave more like time in the locker room to like make sure we were like mentally focused, like ready to play.
Yeah, same. Like I would show up to the locker room like, you know, kind of early, kind of you know, set the tone, you know, get treatment, sit in there, get my music going, and like, you know, just start the process. So I mean, yeah, you treat it kind of like any other game, but like it's more important than anything at that time.
So I'll ask this then. Do you think that clutch exists, like the idea of like clutch? Like, do you think you perform differently under pressure? Do you think that's true? Do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, I think that when it comes down to it, like, and you know you have to perform like to the best of your ability, like I think having that motivation, having that like you know the consequences if you don't win. So like just knowing that, like I think that pushes you to like just do your best all the time, no matter what. Like you're gonna like you gotta make sacrifices. You gotta leave it all out there, like no matter what. So.
No, you agree?
Yeah, I second.
Okay. So now, obviously different positions here, but I mean you're both on the defensive side of the field, or pitch, as our technical director likes to call it, Justin. He likes to call it a pitch. So there's your shout out. But so let's start with Aly. Aly, obviously, you know, goalkeepers. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I mean, now, do you consider yourself to be like, this is like a stereotype in sports? They're like, goalies are different. Like, you ever hear that?
Oh yeah, we're very different.
Like, so is it like different rituals or like different?
No, we're just like different people. We're like our own breed. Like we put ourselves in a goal, getting shot at by people.
That's true. That's true.
With a ball that you get hit with it, it's not fun. Yeah. Like I have this memory from a couple years ago with one of my goalie coaches, and we were just like standing by the goal with our backs turned, not like paying attention, and we hear a ball ricochet off the crossbar. Like neither of us move. We just kind of like stand there. So like we're not scared of the ball. We're not scared to get hit by the ball. But like then there's other girls that we do during practice when we do like one-on-one shooting stuff, and they like stand in the goal and they're like jumping out of the way and like trying everything they can do to like avoid getting hit by the ball.
What's your approach in goal, like, especially like on a penalty shot? Like, what's your penalty kick? What's your
your
approach?
It's kind of like a guessing game. You kind of just, I mean, at the Division III level, it's a little bit different. Like other than high school, like you kind of have to pay attention to your basics and like look at their hips, look at their knees, like not look at them, because in high school you have a little bit more time to move. But as soon as you get into the college level, like girls know where they want to put the ball, and most of the time during a game they're putting their best PK shooter out there. So you kind of have to watch. Like we watch a lot of film, and our Coach Smith gets like data, I guess, on people and where they shoot, and so like he helps out, and then kind of just comes down to like you looking at the player and your best guess.
Do you consider yourself to be an aggressive keeper, or more of a?
It depends. If someone's in the box, yes, I'm more aggressive, but I'm not as aggressive as like coming out of my box and like playing like more of like a sweeper keeper. I like to be in my 18, and like that's my area.
I got you. So Molly, now obviously on the defensive side of the ball, how do you like to play as a defender? Do you like to be aggressive, like move up the field, like hold a high line? How do you guys like to do things?
I consider myself a very aggressive defender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aly agrees.
Very aggressive. I like to move up the field. I like to, you know, get involved up, you know, up the field. I like to take shots. I like to, you know, get in on crosses when I can. Like, but I also, you know, I know my place. I know that, you know, my main goal is, you know, to protect Aly or whoever's in goal, no matter what. Like, if, you know, if I gotta block a shot with my chest, I gotta block a shot with my chest. If I gotta, you know, go get somebody, I gotta go get somebody. Like, you know, it's just a matter of just, you know, doing what I gotta do. And if the moment presents itself, then you know, I'll move up the field. But yeah,
it'll be like a creator and a defender.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one more question. We only have time for it, but I asked Dr. Gunning when she was here on the show, and she said, I mean, I won't tell you what she said. I'll let you say first. But so, obviously, there was a controversial ending to, like, not this season, but like, you know.
Yes.
So, was that? And we know what happened, but with the disallowed goal and everything.
Yeah.
But was that motivation for this season?
It was definitely motivation against Cabrini. Like, they're always been our biggest rivals, and we really haven't beaten them. And this year we beat them, and that was like a really awesome feeling. And to be like, we're taking it back. Like, it's not yours anymore. Like, we earned it last year and got it taken away from us, so we're gonna take it for ourselves this year.
Yeah, I think the same. Like, I just think going into Cabrini's game, like, I was thinking about, you know, our championship last year, like, all through my head, and I was like, you know what, you're not gonna pull one over on us this time.
Right.
Like,
well, Dr. Gunning agreed with you. She said she thought it was motivation. So
yeah, it definitely was.
You proved it right, so that'll make her happy. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Well, it was our pleasure. And after the break, I will tell you what you can expect on Season 4 of BTA, so stick around.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook. And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
I'd like to thank Aly and Molly for coming on the show tonight and wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Beyond the Arch is back, so you can expect new episodes Wednesdays at 8 all semester long. In the meantime, be sure to head over and subscribe to TV-Marywood's official YouTube channel to catch up on past episodes and highlights of the show. Be sure to follow TV-Marywood on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Until next time, always remember to look past the jersey and beyond the arch. From everyone at TV-Marywood, have a great night.